episode. And in this episode, I'm with my sweetheart, my beloved wife. Alright? Baby, say something to the viewers.
Hello viewers.
So what do you have to say to them?
I love you.
We love you.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Alright, in this episode we're going to be sharing with you how we got married. How we got married with zero bank account. There was no dine. Baby, do you have any? No shishi. And our wedding was classy. I mean, it was wonderful. And I can tell you, my marital experience has been the best. In fact, I was scared about marriage, but since I found my wife, my fears died. My doubts, they were dissipated. And my marriage has been wow. It has been the most wonderful experience I've ever had. In fact, if I'm to marry again, if there's a next word after this word, maybe I will marry you.
Say what?
I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna love you. So this was how it started. I met on Facebook during the coronavirus around 2020. I met on Facebook, and then
You were a ghost viewer.
I was a ghost Facebook user. Alright, no pictures, no nothing.
Oh.
I don't come online. How did you feel then, babe?
I can't really explain how I felt, but I was just going like someone that is blind. Serious. I was just walking around.
Alright, those days I would hear comments like, I would see comments like, why is it that you don't come online? You come online once in a while, once in 2 weeks, sometimes 2 times in a week. What did you use to catch me? He caught fish trap. Alright. And we started rolling the ball, and it was not really rosy. I remember then, 2 persons that came together and they wanted to have a love relationship. I didn't know her, she don't know me. I was too spiritual. And she was expecting someone that would be very romantic. I'm a pastor. I pray a lot. Then what most of the disagreement we usually have then is, why is it that every time prayer, church, don't you have time to rest? I'll tell her, if I rest, how will I fit? Then I was dependent on allowance. Alright? But that was not really my pursuit. But I love God. I love God so much. I really wanted to fulfill ministry. So we just started rolling the ball. This is how it started. One of the days when I usually come online once in a while, I told her, I said, I'm not happy. And she asked me,
I asked you what the problem was, so you explained.
alright, she asked me what the problem was, and I told her that someone broke my heart. And the truth was, I was not in any relationship at that point. I just wanted to prick her a little, right? So I want to see her reaction, what it's going to look like. So she started counseling me, and she did something that blew my mind. She gave me a book to read. I love books. How did you do that?
I just did it.
You just did it. I think God was speaking to you.
Serious, but because normally me, I don't have time for all those. God, if you are depressed, go and look for somebody that will cure your problem.
You are too serious. Alright, so this was how it started. So when she gave me the book, I was happy. I said, my goodness, all my life since I started talking to women, I don't know, I've never seen any lady that gave me a book to read. Neither referred me to read any book to solve any mental or emotional or spiritual issue. All the ladies I've known was carnality. So she gave me the book by Massimo. What's the title of that book again, baby? Waiting and Dating by Massimo. You can get the book. The book really helped me. So I was consigned. I said, okay, since she gave me a book, that means she's the right one. But I didn't conclude on marrying her at that point. I started praying my usual kind of prayers, and it was usually lengthy. I pray a lot because my pastor taught me how to pray for so long. So I prayed so much. And one of the days when I was praying, the Lord ministered to me that she's going to be my wife. And physically looking, she does not have all the qualities that I want in a woman. During our courtship season, it was serious mentorship season. I tell you the truth. Then I would give her so much book to read. and I will compel her by force that you must, right? You must write a summary on it. So those days she would
Yes.
write summary on the books, and I would want to bend her, and not bend her by bullying her. No, 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 no. I don't bully women. I don't believe in guys bullying women. But I would talk. I would talk like advising her, preaching to her, and sometimes while talking to her, I would break into tears, and I would cry. All right, because I really wanted her to change. So, and that led me to praying for her. One of the days, God told me it's time to move to Omaya. Early enough, God told me you'll go to somewhere to Zach to do ministry. But after some months, when we got into a relationship, God said it is time to go to Omaya. I felt it was my mind disturbing me at that point. But along the line, I thought maybe I could relate to it with my pastor, and I think then I met my pastor, and I told my pastor what the Lord was laying in my heart, and he asked me to pray. And after a series of prayers and fasting, he blessed and released me, and then I moved over to Omaya and started our ministry. So when we got to Omaya, oh, in Dabuski. What's that? Alright, so when we came to Omaya, I didn't have a house to stay. In fact, I came into Omaya with 9,000 naira, and I used the 9,000 naira to pay for a hall for ministry. And that day when I came in, I didn't know where to sleep. So when I paid for the hall with 9,000 naira for lease, I leased it for 2 weeks. Alright, I leased it for 2 weeks for 9,000 naira with a bag. And I have to sleep there that night because I don't have anywhere to sleep. I don't know anyone in Omaya. I've never been to Omaya before. And that was my first time to come to Omaya to do ministry. I remember then she asked me, where are you going to sleep? I told her, even if it means to sleep on the street preaching the gospel, I'm going to do that. And we started rolling the ball. And I had series of times when I would lodge. It got to a point, I later saved up money, paid for a guest house, and I stayed in the guest house for like 3 months. It got to a point I couldn't pay again, and they threw me out. I packed my load to the village, and she was crying. She told me, are you sure you're going to come back to me? I said, I don't know, but I'm going to come back. Then we've already started up ministry. I told her then what I'll be doing is, when it's time for ministry, I'll just come over, do ministry, then go back, because my village wasn't that far from Omaya. So that was how I planned it, but God has a better plan for us. God had a better plan. So this is my way of saying that it can be possible, even without a dime in your bank account. So when I got to the village, one of my sons I was praying for then sent me a seed of about 20,000 naira, and I told her, said, I'm coming back to buy you shawarma. And triple decker. She liked triple decker then. So I told her I'm coming to buy shawarma. She said, how? Where did you get money from? Because there was no how to get money, no family to give me money, nobody, no friend. I was just all by myself. I was just man alone with my baby. Yeah, I was just man alone. So I came back to Omaya. She didn't know the plan I had. So that day I dropped in Omaya. I went to get an engagement ring.
With your only 20,000.
With my only 20,000, because prior before then, God has already told me, your marriage, fixed it in the month of March. And I asked the Lord, I said, how am I going to do it? But God, the voice kept on coming, fix it the month of March, pick a date. And we picked the 20th of March. And that was how we started. And I came back to Omaya, I got the ring with about 5,000 naira, very classy ring. As of then, 5K. It was very classy. That was the biggest ring I ever bought then. So I invited her over to one of the eateries, and we sat. And before the public of Igwe, I blew her mind. Look at how I started. I said, baby, every time you are stubborn, you don't take instruction. You are. She said, what did I do now? Calm down. I got angry and I flamed up. I stood up and I hit the table. I said, no, you are annoying. I don't think I'm going to continue with this. She said, baby, you are shouting. Look at people. I said, I just want to tell you, baby, please, will you marry me? And I went on my knees. The whole hall was on fire. And people were screaming, please say yes, please say yes, please say yes. And she was in tears. She said, why did you do this? What are you doing? Because I told her then we are going to go into a series of prayers. We blasted in tongue, in capital letters and Roman figure. We prayed. And doors were open. I started getting favors all over the world. During that season, what really helped us was number one, we are ready to do it. We made up our mind that we are going to do it. And we are able to stand all together. There were so many things that could discourage us at that point, but we never gave up. We kept on pushing on. And she was very supportive there. My way of encouraging you, your wedding is possible. Once you meet that lady you want to marry, meet that guy you want to marry, you guys should pray. Believe in yourself, believe in God, get scriptures, walk with the scripture, believe on the word of God, declare the word of God in your marriage. Pray and believe that's going to happen. Then take steps. As you take those relevant steps, you're going to get relevant results. Alright? I believe you are blessed. Now, I want you to do something for me. Please do this for me. Click the subscribe button and share this video on any platform. It could encourage someone out there who is thinking, how am I going to get this wedding done? Remember, God is our El Shaddai.